This is Damon L. Jacobs. I'm here at Love Out Loud number 7 with the beautiful, multi-talented, Emmy-nominated Ilene Kristen.
Thank you.
Now, Ilene, you were here from the very first year on with Giovanni organizing this.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I met Giovanni when he was working at Tower Records.
I did not know this story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I am the gal who kind of brought him into the fold, believe it or not. I don't know if people know that, but I think I had to take a little responsibility for these events. Just a touch.
I'd say a lot of responsibility because not only in that way, but your spirit and your energy and your presence here has been an essential part of this event every year.
Well, I think it's important to show up, suit up, show up.
And you sing. Are you going to be singing this year?
I probably will be. I will be. I've always wanted to do the song, the Pink song, I'm coming up, so we better get this party started. I don't know the words, but that's not going to stop me.
Oh, well, I know the words.
So we better get this party started. I know those words.
I love that. So we are celebrating tonight. We're also raising money for such an important cause, and I know that this is a cause that's been important for you.
Very important cause to me. I've lost a lot of friends who had AIDS, many friends, but not at all recently. I mean, over the last 5 years at least, I've heard of no deaths, and I have a lot of friends who are HIV positive.
Yes.
I always feel with the AIDS organizations that the money is absolutely going to the right place, even more than a lot of other charities. Paz Magazine is a stellar example of just a wonderful magazine that has really helped the gay community and the straight community understand certain things.
Yes.
Education is extremely important, but I do work with Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, and man, they raise so much money. I did the auction this year of the bears.
Yeah.
And that was great. They raised so much money.
Good.
And I just feel it's going to the right places.
Good.
So it's important.
And exactly for what you said, this is why we need funds. This is why we need Stay Aid Walk. This is why we need events like this in order to increase the quality and quantity of people living with HIV and AIDS. It's been so important.
Absolutely. Because we want to reverse that. Now we want to take it beyond. And, I heard about the case of, Tim Brown? Or
The Berlin patient?
Who reversed?
Yes.
With the bone marrow transfer, that we want more of that.
Yes, that is one of the innovations in science this year. That's why, and the whole time the scientists have been speculating, right? We need money. We also need participation on the prevention side for people in the HIV vaccine trials.
Yes.
Because that's the side that I work on.
Yes.
And it's been a real struggle finding people that are negative that are willing to actually consider learning about HIV vaccines. It's amazing. We need that. We need.
Here's the thing that's very interesting about illness in general. If people are not sick, it's hard to imagine them feeling sick. It's like when you're 25 years old and you don't know what it's like to have a bad neck, like I have. I don't remember what it's like not to have a bad. But when you don't have that bad neck, you don't know what it's like to feel that. So, people, and when you get the flu, it's like you're so sick you don't know what it's like to not feel sick, and then all of a sudden you're better again, and it's like you have amnesia about that. But anybody who's had an illness and can keep account of what that is, or a handicap of some sort, and also people feel like, it's catching in a certain way. I mean, even if they're a straight person and have really little, if any, chance of getting AIDS or whatever, they're celibate. But still, you have to have empathy and you have to, have compassion for people who do. And people sometimes don't. They go, well, that's someone else's problem. That's not mine.
But you and some of the people here tonight have been extraordinary in being constantly a support to people living with HIV and AIDS from the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
And, we talk a lot about the devastation of the gay community, but these were your friends, these were your peers, these were your loved ones we lost as well.
In 1981, one of the first people who had AIDS and passed away was Tommy Smith, who was the stage manager on Grease. And it was so shocking at the time. And then my friend Christopher Adler, a brilliantly talented guy. He was Richard Adler's son, who wrote My Fair Lady and a bunch of other shows. But I could go down a list. I mean, I was just crossing off people It was like, wow.
But you have stayed true. You have stayed focused. You have been creating this event and doing so many events for people.
I have to say, Giovanni really has been the mastermind with this event.
Yeah.
But and it's and his perseverance, and he's quite extraordinary, really amazing.
One
As
more
you
question.
are.
Well, thank you. I try. One more question. What do you imagine Roxy is doing now? We miss Roxy so much.
I think a world without Roxy is not a very fun place at all.
Do you think she's like in Atlantic City, doing okay?
Yeah, I think she's a little angry.
What's she angry about?
Well, she's feeling a little underused.
Yeah.
Underappreciated at the moment.
Yeah. She misses her fraternity row.
Oh, yeah. Well, also she misses that wonderful One Life to Live cast.
Sure do.
What a wonderful show it was. And I had the greatest 10 years of my life. Really the greatest 10 years of my life. Everybody assumes that Ryan's Hope was like the greatest. Ryan's Hope was very hard for me because I had to cry all the time with Celia. Roxy was such a gift. I felt like I was spreading joy and laughter all over, the Johnny Appleseed of soaps. I was spreading, the joy seeds, and I miss that.
You brought comedy. One Life was great for the drama, but you brought comedy, you brought levity, you brought heart.
Yeah,
we miss that,
yeah.
But we're going to see more of that. I know that we're going to see more of Ilene Kristen on stage, on our screen, on indie soaps.
Okay.
We're going to find a way that's going to happen.
Right.
We're going to find a way.
Get me a comedy.
Okay.
The people from Pretty haven't called me. I don't know why.
Steve, Ilene Kristen, your speed dial now. We're going to make that happen.
Okay.
All right, baby.